All right, so fans love to hate him or even love him as Papa Pope on the hit series Scandal.
But these days, Joe Morton using his voice to wake up America. Take a listen.
So if we the people serve the principles of democracy, honestly, without hypocrisy, we can reach beyond the rage. It's up to us to engage from Wall Street to Main Street. Today we open our eyes, I said. Today we open our eyes.
All right,
Yeah,
I like this.
I'm loving this, yes.
Here with us this morning, musician, Emmy Award-winning actor Joe Morton. Good morning to you, sir.
Welcome, welcome.
Yeah.
Woo!
Hey, we got a lot of excitement here. Wake Up America and its message, obviously, I would say a little timely. A little timely as we were still waiting the results of the election.
Well, I mean, clearly that was the idea, is to try to get this out before the election, which we managed to do. We have been working on this song over the last couple of years, due to schedule, so it was off and on. But it was all in response to the division that we kept witnessing in the United States. So we're hoping that people who are interested in a more perfect union will, take a look at what we have to say.
Yeah, I mean, that division is still very much alive, especially if you look at the popular vote, right? So very tight, and so many people came out. 66% of Americans came out to vote, so that gives you an indication. So what does this song, what does this project mean for you and that message that you are trying to send?
Well, we've been talking about division, so the message is unity. I mean, what the song is talking about is the fact that we seem to be more inclined to throw rocks through each other's windows than knock on each other's doors to start a conversation. Wow. So this video is a call to all Americans to remember that it is the United States of America, underlining united. And the only way we can do that is to start conversations. We need to talk about systematic racism in this country. We need to talk about gender equality in this country. We need to talk about economic equality in this country. All those things have been made or used as tools to push us apart. We need to sort of turn all this around and find a way to unite.
What was it like? Because I understand you were working on this project really with your collaborators, by the way, who were they, during a pandemic?
Actually, we started working on this before the pandemic. The collaborators are Kenny Lehman, my best friend for years and years and years. Christine Leitz was our art director. She's my partner. And Romina Bianchi was our animator. Wonderful, very talented, gifted young woman. And we started this, as I said, 2 years ago. So it was before the pandemic, but we got involved in the actual making of the video in the midst of the pandemic.
Right.
It's very much a labor of love, you can tell. Hey, you can also be seen next on HBO's Between the World and Me. I want our viewers to take a look at this.
This week, you learn that the killers of Michael Brown would go free.
The men who left his body
in the street.
Like
some awesome declaration
Of their inviolable power.
I mean, I just got goosebumps watching that. This is so very powerful. Tell us about it.
So Between the World and Me originally was a book written by Ta-Nehisi Coates to his son when his son was turning 15 years old. And it was at the time when people like Michael Brown and Trayvon Martin, and the list goes on, of young black unarmed men were being shot down by white policemen. So that is what a lot of what the film deals with as well. It also deals with Ta-Nehisi Coates' career at Howard University, which he loved, and so it's what it's like to be on Howard, on the campus of Howard University. It's how he met his wife. It's how his son was born, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
It is also about the idea of why black, in his opinion, is so beautiful, why that perspective has its own light and its own sheen, if you will, its own quality of goodness.
Couldn't you have gotten some better names to work on this project? I mean, Angela Bassett, Oprah Winfrey, Mahershala Ali, Angela Davis, Courtney B. Vance, Yara Shahidi, Pauletta Washington T.I., just to name a few.
I mean, you don't know a lot of folks, do you?
How did you work on this?
Well, this was not my project. This project was put together by Camilla Forbes at the Apollo Theater.
Yeah.
We did a staged version of the book a couple of years ago at the Apollo and at the Kennedy Center, and then she developed it into a film. And that was interesting because a lot of us had to use our own homes as locations.
I was going to ask that, yeah.
So that meant at 6 o'clock in the morning, trucks pulled up, men with hazmat suits and masks and shields, all sort of arrived, scared the neighborhood a little bit. But and then they were here from early in the morning till late at night. Again, they came through the house and across the yards and just cleaned up everything. We were required to take tests, COVID tests. It was amazing, but the job got done.
Understood.
All right. Hey, very quickly, you worked closely with Tony Goldwyn, the president, on Scandal. As we were inching into finding out who our next president is, any quick words of advice?
For whom exactly, Tony?
The person taking that office.
I think more than giving the person who takes the office the advice, I would actually advise the American people to stay calm, stay clear. If you object to what's happening in terms of this vote, protest is an honest thing to do as long as it stays nonviolent.
Yeah.
Joe, so great
Very
to talk
well
to you.
said.
Great projects that you have that you're working on. Thank you so much. And by the way, be sure to check him out in Between the World and Me, which debuts Saturday, November 21st on HBO Max. Thank you
And
so
Wake
much.
Up America can be found on most of the streaming platforms and can be seen on YouTube.
And we have the full video on pix11.com.
On our
Joe,
website.
thank you.
Thank you. Take care.
Thank you.